The older man shuffled into the bank, a worn sack slung over his shoulder, and every eye in the room turned, not with respect, but with laughter. Who did he think he was? Claiming ownership of a place worth millions? The tellers exchanged smirks, the customers whispered, and yet he walked with a calm that unsettled everyone. No one expected what came next. The air thickened with tension as he reached the front desk. Could a man dismissed as powerless actually hold the keys to their world? Watch until the end to see the shocking truth. Wait a second, tell us where you're watching from in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more powerful stories like this. Mr. Thomas Bennett was not a man of wealth, or at least that's what everyone assumed. In his 70s, his hands were weathered, his coat threadbare, and his life seemed ordinary to anyone who passed him on the streets of Chicago. He had lived a life of quiet dignity, working odd jobs, saving scraps, and quietly observing a world that often ignored him. Despite the laughter and dismissive glances, he had a secret no one could imagine. Behind the sagging shoulders and humble demeanor was a sharp mind and a history intertwined with the very foundations of the financial world. Today, he stepped into the bustling bank with a simple sack, ready to claim what had been rightfully his for decades. No one could anticipate that this frail figure would challenge an empire in ways that would leave the entire room gasping. As he approached the teller, whispers filled the room. Who is he? Some crazy old man? People chuckled, their phones discreetly raised, capturing the scene as if they were expecting a viral moment of ridicule. The tellers, trained for routine, glanced nervously, uncertain how to respond. Mr. Bennett calmly placed his sack on the counter. Inside, neatly folded papers, deeds, and documents spilled over the top. Eyes widened. But no one moved. No one dared to believe. He pointed to the papers. Decades-old investments, shares, and unclaimed assets, all tracing back to the bank's early days. "These belong to me," he said. The room's laughter turned to murmurs. A young banker approached, incredulous. "Sir, do you realize what you're claiming?" Thomas's gaze never wavered. "I built this institution with my own labor and foresight. You've benefited from it without ever knowing my name. Now it's time to set it right." Tension rippled through the crowd. The security guard, poised for confrontation, hesitated. Thomas's calm confidence was unshakable, and the room could feel that this was no ordinary man. By now, news had spread across the bank, with customers murmuring and phones recording. The air buzzed with disbelief and shame. The once dismissive crowd began to realize that this older man held not just documents, but the power to rewrite their perception of him and the bank itself. The manager, red-faced and trembling, demanded to see the proof. Thomas opened the sack fully, revealing every historical record, every signed agreement, meticulously preserved. Gasps echoed across the marble floors. The tellers, the customers, and even the manager froze in awe. In that moment, years of ridicule and dismissal collapsed into silence. This frail, unassuming man held decades of truth in his hands, exposing not just their ignorance, but a system that had long ignored him. The room, once mocking, now watched in stunned reverence as he quietly said, "I warned you not to underestimate me." Phones captured every second. The older man, who had walked in with nothing but a sack, now commanded the respect and attention he had always deserved. By the end of the day, Thomas Bennett had not only claimed what was his, but reminded everyone in that bank and beyond that appearances cannot measure dignity, intellect, and justice. News outlets picked up the story. The man who had been laughed at was, in fact, a rightful owner with a lifetime of untold contributions. His story went viral, sparking conversations about how society often underestimates older people, the black community, and those who seem powerless. Thomas walked away from the bank, the sack now empty, but his presence indelible. His victory was quiet yet thunderous. How many times do we dismiss someone because of the color of their skin or their age, only to realize too late their actual value? Which country and city are you watching from? Take care.